Hey guys and gals, welcome back to my mess here. I don't know, I'm looking at the camera here myself to see how bad it is, see if I need to restart this and clean up. Alright, we pass. Alright, so I happen to have a few of these F-350s, and I've been seeing a lot of people trying to make, well, not trying to make, making them into single cab trucks. So I think we're going to give that a shot. We are going to turn this into a single cab truck. So I got my other one out here as just for reference to go by. To speed things up a little bit, I have already popped the wheels off this. I've already drilled out the bottom rivets, so we can just pop that apart. We can go ahead and pull the interior out. Now, this is where we got to start being careful. I don't know why I start doing belching when I start filming. It makes no sense. So the way these are held on, let me find something I can point out with so you don't not trying to see through my fat fingers. There's two plastic rivets here, I guess you'd call it, where they melted it to the cab or to the side of the cab. And those can sometimes pop off easily. Sometimes they don't pop off easily. We also want to pop the mirrors out. We want to take everything off of here that's plastic, because what we're going to do is I'm going to soak this in some acetone and we're going to strip all the paint off of it, because once I try to cut this back of the cab off of here, you're going to see that line. It's going to look dumb. You're never going to match the paint. It's never going to look right. So we may as well just go ahead and strip it now, get all the paint and everything out of the way. We need to get these windows off anyway, because we're not going to use them all. Remember, we're going to shorten it, so we don't need the back half of this window. So I guess if you do break any part of the window, you want to break the back half, not the front half. Make sense? This bed usually just pops right out of here, so we want to take that out. You do see there are two rivets that I didn't notice in the back window. We'll have to pop those out, and then the rest of them are just kind of use our hobby knife to try to pop them off. So let's real quick, let me zip out the two in the back window. Again, you don't need a lot of force on your drill. You're just basically trying to remove the top of the rivet so you can get the glass off. You don't need to go fast, just nice and slow and easy. Just wiggle it there. She just popped right off. Alright, so we got that off. Now let's work on getting these side windows off. Sometimes you can give them a little push, but these do not want to move, y'all. Alright, let's see if we can't get these mirrors popped off here. I have a small pointed tool. I don't know if it's ever going to focus in or not. Small pointed tool. You can see it's got paint and all kind of crap all over it, but it's a real fine point, and I find that works good if you stick it in the hole where the mirror is and just push like the dickens. Sometimes it'll pop off. This time it's not going to. Let's see if we can get this other side off. I think it's because the window, I think it's because the window is on there. We need to get that window out. So let's try again. I'm trying to get this window out without breaking it. The front windshield, I'm sorry guys, I got it down here. Y'all can't even see it. The front windshield, I believe, pops outwards. Yeah, there. Push out on the front windshield and it pops out. But we need to push in on these side windows to get those out. And it's not cooperating. Or you know what? I'm wrong, guys. I'm wrong. I am wrong. So what we do is we got to scrape off the inside of these rivets, and we got to push the window out, because this whole thing is the window. That's why it's not going out. All right, guys, I see. I'm going to screw you up. I'm going to make you break the truck. But see, that's why you watch videos like this, because we either screw it up or we get it right. Keeps you at home if you have only one truck from screwing up your only one truck, because nobody wants to damage and ruin their only truck. So by watching other people do this, you can get an idea on how to do it without breaking yours. Luckily, I have extra trucks, so if I do break something on this, I can always steal a window out of another dually that I've already scrapped at a different time. All right, so now we'll take our trusty pointer again, and where those rivets are, we're going to push out, try to pop those windows out. There, you hear the, I don't know if you heard that popping noise, but she's coming. She's a-coming. So you already got the back window popped out. And then I have another tool over here, flat screwdriver, again with paint and crap all over it. Work it down there where the rivet is, slow and gentle. There, she popped right out. And there's the driver's side windows. Now let's see if we can get the passenger side windows out. Again, take our pointer, right where the rivets are, where they pop through the door at, that's where you want to push at. And then it should pop the passenger side right out. Now we got those out. Now we got most of our, well, we got all our windows out. Now we just got to get those mirrors off without destroying them. Mirrors are very important when trying to put back on these trucks. So we'll see again if we can't pop that baby out. That sucker does not want to come out of there, y'all. Alright, well, guess there's always plan B. Take a very fine set of needle nose pliers and get them up here right where the base of the mirror touches the truck. I'm going to try to get those pliers right in there, just ever so gently. Push down, pry it out. And then see what happened there? I don't know if y'all heard that. I don't have the mirror. She went flying. But that's okay. Again, I have spare mirrors. Y'all don't have a spare mirror. That would have screwed you. So what we're going to do here is we're going to switch tools. Now we're going to switch to my cutters. We're going to see if these will pop it out a little better. Again, we're going to do the same thing. Grab it down there. This time we're going to hold the mirror so it doesn't go flying. All right. Maybe that was the right tool to use because we got the whole mirror out that time. Excuse my dirty hands, y'all. I've been moving stuff around in here, and then I decided to make a video. And after deciding to make a video, I thought, hey, man, should have washed your hands. Too late now. Okay. So we got everything off. Got the windows off. Got the bed out. Now we got to get the grill off. And usually that works pretty easily. And we got to get the headlights off. We got to save those. So what we do here is we're going to take, there's these tabs here. The orange tabs. The orange tabs are for the bottom bumper. Is this even focusing? The orange tabs are for the bottom bumper. The black tabs are for the grill. And then the clear tabs over here in the corners are for the headlights. So we're going to take our cutters and we're going to cut these tabs off. All right. Now we're going to take our punch and we're just going to punch them out. Give it a little push. Sometimes it takes a minute because I'm sure John at Greenlight glued these on. And they did. They did not disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to take our knife and we're going to try to cut those down a little bit more. And I'm doing it where you can't see it. Just take our knife, keeping your fingers out of the way because you pushing this hard. You don't want to run through your finger because that'll ruin your truck. You have blood everywhere. Then you got to go see the doctor, and nobody ever wants to go see the doctor. Not for a self-inflicted wound. Doc says, what happened to you, son? Girl? Oh, I was playing with my Matchbox cars and I cut myself. People usually laugh at you like that. Me, I don't care. I get a kick out of it. All right. Got those trimmed off. Let's try this again. If this doesn't work, then we go to plan B and we try to pry them off with a screwdriver. I'll tell you what, y'all, they do not want to come off. So, plan B, screwdriver. Some little gaps up in here. We're going to try to get the screwdriver right in there. There we go. Looky there. Even the headlight fell off. Now this grill and this other headlight, let's see if I can get it out. Alright, got the other headlight out. Now all we got left to do is get this piece off. We want to do this gently because I don't want to break it or damage it, because we obviously want to put it back on. That sucker is in there, y'all. Wow, that sucker is in there. Let me see if I can get my knife under it to loosen it up a little bit. There, I got the knife blade under it. Alright, now let's see if we can't get the screwdriver under it. There she went. Luckily, I seen where that one went, so we were able to save that. Alright, y'all. So, now we have our stripped truck. Everything plastic is off of it. Pretty truck. Shame we're going to strip it. And the only bad part is about stripping it is because we lose this detail. We're never getting this back on. Let me put it up here where you can see it. We're never getting this detail back. We might get mediocre detail of this back. That's going to be hard to paint back on. You're losing all this Super Duty and the forward emblem. You're losing all that. We can paint the taillights back on, but yeah, I just hate doing this because of this stuff that we're losing. That's why I try not to paint if I do not have to. But in this situation, we're going to paint this truck. So the other thing we're going to have to do is pay attention to is when we cut it. But right now, let's not worry about that. If y'all go to fast food restaurants a lot, like I do, these little ketchup cups, if you take one or two, they probably won't yell at you. But they are great for little parts cups when you're doing die-cast trucks. Because look at there. Oh, got to get the bumper off here. Well, we don't necessarily have to, but we're going to have to take that bumper off because we're going to paint it too. But it's glued on there for now, so we won't worry about it. So there. All the plastic pieces fit in our little ketchup cup. Slide all this out the way, y'all. Get my drill back out of the way. Okay. Now, for you younger viewers, make sure you get some help with an adult on this, because this stuff is no joke. What we're using, y'all, we're going to use some acetone. And I usually buy this at Lowe's at a, I don't know what size this is, 1 quart size. We're going to dump a little bit of this off camera because it's just easier into our Tupperware bowl. And I'm sure that's not enough. Set the truck in there and see how much more we need to add. Oh, we need to add a lot. So now we pour a little more in there. It just took all the black off the hood already. Look at all that. It's already turning black. So, now we got it sitting in our acetone. And believe it or not, that's actually not going to sit in there for maybe an hour or so. Maybe not even an hour. I usually keep an eye on it. As soon as the paint starts to wrinkle up, and it usually wrinkles up pretty quick. So as soon as the paint starts to wrinkle up, we'll get it out of there, and then I'll hit it with my, I have a wire wheel that I put on my drill. Let me see if that's easily accessible. Probably not, because, oh, yep, there it is. I have a wire wheel, and this goes into my drill chuck. And then once the paint is all stripped off of there, this is the best thing to go over it with. This gets it out of all the little nooks and crannies and gets everything perfectly clean. Seconds versus going over it with a wire brush, which sometimes you still got to go back over it with your little wire brush just to clean up the little areas. But yeah, wire brush I find is best. So I will get back with you here, y'all, as soon as the paint bubbles up, and we'll get going. I'll be back.